is going on, everybody, and welcome back to Gamer Credits. This is going to be level 13, season 2. Let's introduce the players. Player 1, BP.
Yeah, Dream. What's the science, man?
H2O plus.
Don't hurt yourself, man. It's okay. Don't hurt yourself. It's all right.
I don't know.
I just thought I'd throw in a little bit of old school slang in there, but don't worry about it, man. It's fine.
Old school slang.
Yeah, man. We used to say that. Back me up, Cap.
Yeah, they did. Not me.
Dang, Cap. It's okay.
Wow.
This man backed me up and outed me at the same time. That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
Dang. All right, man. That's fine.
All right. Well, player number 2 is this Star Child over there.
All right, what's the dealio?
Oh my God, it just gets worse and worse.
Yeah, man.
I'm sorry you didn't come up in our awesome era,
back in
man.
the day.
Yeah. Awesome times, man.
What's going on with you, kid? What's your catchphrase going to be from the old school?
From the old school?
Yeah.
This should be good.
What was yours again, Star?
What the dealio?
Okay. It has to be old school.
No, do your school. It's fine.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I mean, might as well now at this point.
All right. And then, of course, player number 3. What's your bad? Crap, I messed up. It's your boy, Kid Dream. What's popping, y'all?
What's popping?
Right. That ain't bad. That's not too bad.
Chris Brown, all right.
Yeah, man.
All right.
It's not bad. I was kind of scared. I thought you was going to do the other thing.
Oh, yeah.
Liddy or whatever it is.
No, you say Liddy. It's lit. It's just
whatever.
Lit.
No, I remember you said Liddy or something. No, I don't know what that was, but I remember hearing that. I was like, what's going on? But okay.
Time to get Liddy like a titty.
Okay, but there you see. I'm like,
well, we didn't hit the censor button just then.
Oh, we're past that, man. We're right past that.
Give it like
wait
10
till
minutes.
next season comes around.
Man, somewhere.
Here we go with the OnlyFans.
Always
Here we
finds
go.
a way.
How far are we in? We didn't even get far in the episode yet for that game. Jeez,
that came up
like 2 minutes
soon. Yeah, man.
Ain't even gaming moments yet. That's crazy.
It always finds a way, y'all. Always finds a way.
Always, man. Always.
Just send in the donations, man. Send in the donations.
Oh man,
nice.
So
man.
Donations, so we start an OnlyFans, or so we don't start the OnlyFans.
It's up to them.
Oh God,
You gonna make me make that a poll? Yeah. Should I put that in a poll question? Should we start an OnlyFans account?
No, let's not do that. No, because
at some point, gamers, and now
at some point that may become a legal document. So no.
Hey, we can make gaming content on OnlyFans.
Lord, man, I don't even want to know what that looks like.
All right, so gaming moments. I'm gonna go first through this conversation.
Yes, please do.
So I, somewhat of an impulse, kind of not impulse, picked up the new Xenoblade Chronicles 3 that just released last Friday for the Switch.
Word.
Okay. Haven't played much of it. I'm hearing it is a JRPG, and I'm hearing it takes upwards of like 80 plus hours to beat. So I've only played about 2 hours, so I'm like not even scratched the surface of it yet. But so far so good. Definitely enjoyable. I played Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and I'm liking 3 so far a little bit, quite a bit better. Mainly because I just really wasn't vibing with the main protagonist from 2. His voice actor was kind of it's just kind of aggravating. His character design just looked really terrible. He looked stupid. And then the game just due to the combat, it starts out super, super slow. And then it doesn't help that like basic fights would take long, like several minutes, like low level fights. And it didn't help that in the beginning. You start with one party member and then you get like another one later on and stuff like that. Xenoblade 3 just flat out gives you 4 party members, or a team of 4, and I think you can have like 7 or 8 people in a party at one time. So it just feels like a little bit sped up, even from get go. And so I just I'm liking that a whole lot better.
Actually, that
Okay.
does
All
sound
right.
fun.
How's it measure up to Persona 5?
Oh, I mean, it's not nowhere close, but I mean,
Okay.
I'm also
Mm.
not that far in. The Persona
Is
5
there
is a
any chance?
masterpiece.
Got
I
it.
doubt it. I doubt it
Okay. Okay. Love the honesty.
because I mean just every aspect about that game, the arts direction, the audio, gameplay, the story, the characters. I mean, it's a masterpiece. What can I say?
Nice. Okay. Fair enough.
Go play Persona 5, please.
One
I
day, man. One
I have it
day.
on my I have it on my list.
It's in the queue. It's in the queue, but we'll see when I get to it.
Hey, it'll be on Game Pass in October, I think. Persona 5. I think it's
Hmm.
October, so hey.
I would
There's your
imagine it
chance,
would have been on
BP.
there already, but okay. Well, no, I already have it.
Oh, you do? All right.
Yeah, remember it was on the was it PlayStation Plus collection or something like that?
That might mean I
Yes.
have it.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
Yeah. Yeah, you should
yeah.
have it. Yeah. You gotta look in there. So, like I said, it's downloaded. It's in the queue. I just have to get to it, man. Not get
Yeah,
distracted.
set enough time aside because Persona 5 Royal, kind of like the director's cut, you could call it.
Hmm.
It took me like over 120, 140 hours to beat,
Oh goodness.
and
Yeah.
that's coming from somebody who's played Persona 5. So I had a good understanding of how the game worked, and the mechanics and everything. So I knew a whole bunch of it already, and it still took me an extremely long time. But I loved every minute of it. So
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
one of
man.
those games that I'd rather see someone play. I can sit back and probably enjoy the game by watching it more than playing it.
I mean, the old me would have loved to dove in that, man, but that time, man, I don't. I mean, the time factor is a big thing for me. That's why I didn't even finish
yeah,
The Witcher 3.
yeah,
Mhm.
I don't blame you. I mean, it's hard to sit down and commit over 100 hours, and it's one of those more old school kind of games where you can't like when you're exploring dungeons, you can't just save. You have to find a safe room. Uh,
Right.
and so they could be few and far between, especially as you get later in the game. So it can. I definitely understand that. It is one of the biggest pros, but also drawbacks is that runtime.
And you know me, man. Like I'm one that wants to do like leveling up every side mission that pops around, like
Oh
because I
yeah,
get invested. So like that's why I have to
so
kind of think about it.
you're talking about almost probably 200 hours at that point.
Hmm.
Yeah, that sounds more like me.
But what about y'all?
Star, you got this. You want to go next, man?
Oh, me. Let's see. So you saying Persona 5 is a masterpiece? I
Yes,
can I
absolutely.
can I can do one better. This
All
new
right.
game. Now this new game came out that I got it on Friday, and technically it's just a game where you play as a cat that just walks through a town trying to figure out what happened to all the humans, and you deal with a lot of story building and exploring, and it's called Stray, and it's a cool game. I don't want
Does
to
look
sound like
really
a
good.
nerd. Huh?
I just said it does look really good.
It does. I don't want to sound like a nerd, like some being all giddy about playing a cat in a game, but playing in third person as a cat, you kind of realize that the developers put a lot of detail in how this cat maneuvers and the odd quirks cats have. This game actually captured moments, and like, oh wow, this you can tell these developers actually had a cat in the studio when they was designing this game. So yeah, it feels cool to be a cat. Is all I'm saying. So,
And it's pretty fun timing, isn't it not?
uh, well, I'm hearing some stories. I didn't do much research on this, but did
What?
Stray end up beating out God of War?
No, that's not what I'm talking about. What?
I knew
Oh,
you missed.
okay.
Yeah, you
All right,
missed
all
what
right,
he
I'm
was
talking
trying to
all
about
right.
you personally.
say.
Oh, you want me to bring my personal life into this? Oh, see, I didn't know we do that on this show. Okay.
Well, kind of. I mean, bits and pieces.
Yeah, yeah, kind of, yeah.
Gotta go to the
So,
gym, man. You gotta do it now.
with that being said, yes, with that being said, I would like to announce to the listeners that I received a kitten. It would be about 7 days now, like about a week ago, thanks to Kid Dream. He was able to sponsor me a kitten so I can then sponsor to my niece.
Sponsor me a kitten. Nice. I like it.
So yeah, so technically I had a real cat versus me just playing as a cat on the game, but I think they're both equally fun. So yeah, that was my
Okay.
player moment. I just got to play Stray. I'm only like 12% into the story, so I'm not too far into it, but it's fun.
So y'all got you two know I hate cats, right?
Wait, hold
Would
on.
it be weird? No,
Wait,
this ain't news. You knew this.
did not know this. Did
What?
not know this. No.
How I've been saying this for like how long, kid?
A little bit.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anyway. Yeah, but so anyway, the point I was making was is it weird that I actually want to play the game?
It's
As much as
probably
given how much
not
I hate
weird.
cats?
It's probably something else. You probably don't hate cats. You probably just misunderstood your interactions with cats in the past. And this game may
You mean like
help
when they
you.
go to try to claw my eyes out? Yeah, I guess that's a misunderstanding.
You definitely
Okay.
misunderstood that. That was love taps.
Okay.
That's...
Love taps. Almost going blind. Okay, great. Yeah, man. Yeah,
Hey man,
that's great.
love is blind, man. You gotta understand these things.
It's great, man. That's great.
Nah, but seriously, man, I do understand why people can hate cats or dogs. Let's be equal opportunities there. But I feel like if you play this game or you have this weird wanting to play this game, you probably have some need to find a cat that fits your personality, not the types that can squash your eyes out. But give a cat another chance. Is all I'm saying.
Oh man, maybe one day, man. You know,
Hey, man.
I
maybe
blame
I
you
get
for
old
being
enough and forget that I hate cats. So we'll
Oh
see.
God.
Mm.
I don't blame you because the game looks incredible. It looks like super
It looks really
fun
good. I'm not
and
gonna
like
lie.
just super relaxing and it just. I think cats are adorable and so just seeing this like virtual cat just looks so cute. So
Oh yeah.
Those cats got
If
you fooled,
oh,
but yeah, that's cool.
another cool
wow.
thing though. All right. So it's not a spoiler to the game, but a little feature that with the controller, if you were to find a spot where the cat can take a nap, the controller actually vibrates like a purring cat and it actually makes the purring sound through the speakers.
I
So
like
it's
that.
pretty daggone
I like
cool. It's
that.
comfortable holding the controller while the cat's sleeping.
I can
Nice. See,
I can see
that
that's
sounds
translating
fun.
into OnlyFans really, really nicely, actually.
Oh man. You know what? I'm gonna
All
go
right,
with
BP.
this.
What's
I'm
your
gonna
game
write
of
that
the
down.
week?
That's
Because
something
Yeah,
we
all
should
right.
not forget right
That
there.
was a
uh,
wah wah. I got you. It's fine.
Too soon, man. Nah, we don't
Hey
talk
man,
about
listen, y'all can't have all
OnlyFans
the
is near
fun
the
bringing it
end of
up.
the
I
show,
gotta bring it up.
man.
Hey. No, I couldn't wait that long. I was getting tired of the cat conversation. I had to divert it. So
dang.
anyway, nah, but that's cool, man. I might end up playing that. You know, who knows? We'll see.
Yeah, man.
So okay.
All right, what about you,
Um.
BP?
As for mine, I actually finished Death Stranding. Proud to
Hey,
say. Well, no. Let me back that up. At least I think I finished it. I think I had like several fake outs where the credits was rolling multiple
uh-huh.
times, so I'm not sure if I'm actually finished or not, but I think I am. So,
Wow. So you're the
um,
post credit scene.
yeah, pretty much. I think I'm at that good part where you can continue the game even though everything's done, but I'm not sure because there was like a lot more dialogue, and I'm like, man, does this ever end? But I don't know. We'll find out. Stay tuned.
Like, does this story ever deliver? Yeah, I get that.
It delivers.
Dang.
It delivers all right. Yeah, I like that too. I just thought that I'm slow. I just caught that. But, nice one, Cap. But no, it's a very interesting story. I was telling Kid off air. I think when you had dipped out for a minute, Cap, that the game, you know, is because he asked me if like I had understood any of it, and you know, I can honestly say I didn't really understand everything about it, but I think that was the beauty of the game, in my opinion, is that it presents the story in such a way that it's not intended to be completely understood. That there's so much complexity and complication in life, and it's not so much about understanding everything as it is just appreciating everything.
I like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I thought that was a really good deep
Now,
moment to have
now,
with it.
do you think that was his true intent? Because that sounds deep, and I would like that to be what he was going for. But do you really feel that's what he's going for?
So coming from Metal Gear games that he's made, I want to say yes, but you never know with him,
Hmm.
with Kojima. So like it's not like we hang out and I cannot, go to his house and be like, hey, what's going on, man? Oh yeah, that part you did here was actually pretty in tune with what's going on in today's standards. Like I don't, we don't have those conversations, so I can't really say for sure. But I suspect that, yeah, just from a deep angle, that's what because you can tell like from the writing, man. I mean, he puts a lot of thought and effort into the projects that he does. Whether you like it or not, or whether you understand it or not, it's abundantly clear he put so much work into it.
There's a lot of
That
So
is true.
passion behind it.
you said what now?
I'm just saying he has a lot of passion behind it.
Yes, yeah, undeniably. So in fact, I don't know, man. I was gonna maybe bring that up one day for us to discuss on, like, is there any other developer or person out there that you can think of that matches his amount of passion that he has in his projects? Just given the writing and just the whole dedication to it.
Well, I mean, most of all the developers from Nintendo.
Yeah,
Nice.
I should have saw that coming.
Why am I not surprised?
Hey, well, give them their flowers, so that's fine. But yeah, but anyway, that was my gaming moment. Really, just I mean, if you want to call it that, just whether the game ended or not. Like I said, stay tuned. We'll see.
All right, cool.
All right. So what's next?
Well, that was part of me and Star's gaming moment. Is like joint gaming moments that we kind of got back into Destiny 2 pretty hard. So that's kind of been right, the focus as of now because we're just trying to get through like the Fall of Glass, right, Cap?
Yeah, I mean, we had to pay a lot of money just to get back into a game we already purchased. But yeah, we are playing the Vault Glass. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah. Cap,
Mm.
yeah, he wasn't too thrilled about that, but at
Not
least
at
it was
all.
at a discount.
A discount to who?
Wow.
Well,
I remember
that's
spending
that.
money that I didn't actually want to spend. But I will say, to be able to find a game where you can play with your friends online and still enjoy moments that you remember from having great moments first game, I am recapturing that again. So it's well worth it.
Yeah, there you go. Some positivity from it, right? All right.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but yeah,
Of positivity.
Of course.
yeah, it has its place.
That's his place.
Nice. All right. Well, speaking of place, guys, I don't think Sony is liking the place of Xbox and Activision being one. They
Yeah.
have some have some issues for that, and they're not very happy. BP, you want to kind of take it?
Yeah,
Or
he's throwing you the mic, man.
Yeah, I'm about to say he threw it off on me, right?
yeah.
Uh, well, so and I don't have the full story, so I apologize, guys. But I know that I mean, you can go on like YouTube and check out like I want to say Review Tech covered it, Review Tech USA, and then Dreamcast guy definitely covered it. I think that's actually the first place I saw it. Um, but basically, what happened is there's some information coming up that showcases that Sony Sony
Ah,
is pretty much not happy about, like, based on their reaction to the deal. They're not as happy about it, particularly when it comes to the future, or let's say uncertain future, of Call of Duty. Even though Microsoft has kind of already come out, Phil Spencer, I'm sure, I believe, came out and said that they believe in keeping Call of Duty available for all platforms. You know, there's the idea that I guess Sony is looking at like that's kind of our big moneymaker, and they were terrified that they could very well make it an exclusive deal for Microsoft only, or just on their platform,
yeah,
and
they were.
that's a lot of money that they say goodbye to, and I think that's the big worry. And what's funny, it was interesting. The reason why I think this cool that we're talking about it was the people's reaction out there, because I think the majority of people out there kind of react in such a way of like, well, I mean, you guys were the ones doing exclusivity deals with Call of Duty and the maps and the modes and all that, and now it's like you want to whine about the potential exclusivity that Microsoft um, might have secured. So
Yeah, that was
nobody's about to
definitely
cry you a river.
Yeah, that was definitely one of my first reactions when I heard the news. Because I mean, yeah, it's definitely something for them to be worried about if they do, if Xbox does make it exclusive. But it was just kind of hypocritical in my eyes because, like you said, BP. I mean, the last couple of Call of Duties have had exclusive content for PlayStation first, and you're talking about things behind like what, a year or so before
Hmm.
they came on other platforms. So I mean, they didn't have a problem with exclusivity then, but I mean, even beyond that, you know, for the last generation or two, honestly, like 2 generations, uh, Sony has been like the king of exclusives when it
Yeah.
comes to their lineup of games. And so
Hmm.
it's just like, again, you don't have a problem with that. Put God of War on Xbox. Put Spider-Man on Xbox. Put Horizon on Xbox. But they're not going to. So I don't know. It just kind of it came off as hypocritical. I understand they're afraid, and that's a lot of money they could be losing out on. But it's like, that you guys do the same thing. That's how these companies compete with each other. Like, it is what it is.
Yeah. And that's honestly the fair point of looking at it because, they're doing exclusivity deals, and I'm sure they were like hearing all the backlash from, Xbox players or other platform players, like, oh, that's not fair. We can't, they're like, go cry about it. Go go buy a PlayStation.
Yeah, go
And
go buy
now it's
go buy a
like,
PlayStation.
yeah, and so now it's like they're on the other side of it, and they're just like, well, no, what was us? Like, what are we gonna do? Like, this is not fair for our players. And it's just like, I mean, okay, like, look, from a business standpoint, we get it, but we're not about to cry about it for you. So it just makes me wonder, man. Like, I wonder, you think they may go that route? Like, was it Epic, where they went against Apple or something like that, and they try to rally the players for their cause of, allowing for Apple to allow their what was it, the
Their
store,
store.
yeah, to be on the Apple network or whatever like that. I know I'm not probably saying that right, but it was something
Well,
about that, and because they didn't believe in paying like the, what was it, 30% or something.
It was a
well,
lot.
it was Fortnite being on the iPhones and everything. Basically, what they did was they made you could go to Epic's website or whatever to buy V-Bucks, kind of bypassing the Apple store, so they didn't get their cut. So Apple didn't
Yeah,
get their cut.
that's right.
And so Apple removed it from the Apple store, and that's kind of when the lawsuit started.
Crazy, man. And it was like I said, it was just trying to do that whole rally, and I know we talked about it off air about how they were really trying to compare it to like a revolution of, like, well, we can't be oppressed and you got to stand up for us, and it's like, what? So it just kind of makes me
Yeah.
wonder if Sony would do the same thing. Well, it's like, you can't let
I
this
mean,
deals, don't let them get away with, we can't get it on our, a platform for our gamers, and it's like, okay.
I was gonna say if Sony's smart, they would just sit back and just relax. Most things that Microsoft touches does not turn to gold.
Dang.
Wait for the game to lose some of its momentum, some of its value, and then who knows? Sony can probably come down later down the line, a couple of years, and buy it back for less. That's what Marvel did with half of their franchises.
Hmm, interesting.
So yeah,
I don't know about y'all, and I definitely want to hear what y'all have to say. But personally, I don't think Xbox will make Call of Duty exclusive to their platform. I think that is one of the games that they will keep as a multi-plat title, just because of what it is. It is one of the biggest forms of entertainment ever, and I just, as much as they would love to push more Xboxes and PC sales, and I do think it would sell more consoles. I just can't see them losing out on all that revenue from PlayStation. I mean, you're talking about so much money,
Yeah.
and right now they want to recover or recoup some of the money that they just spent buying them. So I can't see them doing that.
yeah, it makes sense. And didn't they do the same with Minecraft? Like at some point, everybody thought because Microsoft purchased them that Minecraft would be only on PC or solely on the Xbox. No, Minecraft is still available for other systems. So
Exactly, that's a great
yeah,
point. It's still
Yeah, that's
on
a really good
PlayStation.
point,
It's
actually.
still on Switch.
Yeah. So on that note, do you think though that they may take the road of having it on all the platforms or like on PlayStation, for example? But do you think that they may pull like an exclusivity kind of deal that Sony has done in the past, where they say, "Oh, but you can only get the maps or this type of equipment or gear or mode or whatever on our platform? Like, do you see them doing that, Microsoft?
That's not their business model. At least I don't think.
Mm.
Everything about them is Game Pass this and Game Pass that. So maybe they have some
Yeah.
type of gimmick where the game will be exclusively available on Game Pass for the first 2 weeks or something. I don't know, but yeah, that's not their. I don't know. That's not their business model. I don't think they.
Yeah.
Now I'm not sure, but I don't think I've seen them do that before.
Yeah, because I mean, look, because while I agree with Kid, it does seem like it would make a lot of sense for them to make it exclusive and lose out on all that revenue. At the same time, you do have to wonder that, I mean, that's still a huge investment they made in this company, and the idea that they would just do it out of the quote kindness of their hearts, uh, as a corporation, I don't see that as much. So not to say that they would do the exclusivity route. It's just that there's got to be some kind of return on investment for them, um, for the sake of it. So I don't know. Like maybe there's some kind of tweaks to it here and there, or maybe they may do some kind of exclusive kind of like own IP of not own IP of Call of Duty, but like maybe maybe a certain version of Call of Duty that you can only find on Microsoft, where they may leave the annual installments alone. They may introduce like kind of size to it, or like what do you call it? Kind of like how Rogue One was the Star Wars, where it's like these like
Oh yeah, like
yeah,
spin-off.
you know what I mean? Spinoffs.
Yeah.
There you go. That's why I couldn't think of the word. I knew it started with an S. I was struggling,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, I kind of like what Star just mentioned. I absolutely 100% believe that Call of Duty and all other Activision Blizzard titles will probably make its way to Game Pass. Because
Yeah.
that as we get further and further in the future, that's what companies like. They don't want these one-time purchases; they want reoccurring
Yeah, makes sense.
purchases. They love the whole subscription method, and so I think what they'll do is they'll throw it on Game Pass for Xbox and PC and say, hey, it's on Game Pass. And yeah, I would definitely imagine they might have some exclusive stuff, or maybe some maps or skins come to Xbox and PC first or whatnot. But I think it is, instead of making it exclusive to Xbox platforms, I think what they'll do is put it on Game Pass and then say, hey, I mean, you can spend $60, or you can hop on Game Pass, and just play that and all these other games as well. I think that would be a really smart move, but still sell it to Sony customers for that $60 price tag. So you're making money on both ends,
It'd be crazy. That's just wild that you bring that up, because I was thinking of that scenario that they would do that and have it on Game Pass, and
Yeah.
that PlayStation wouldn't really be able to combat that. Like I wouldn't imagine like they couldn't just turn around and say, oh, we're gonna have it on our subscription, tier 2, and it's like, nah, we're making this exclusive to our Game Pass subscription base. So, but you can still get it on PlayStation. You have to pay 60. But it's just funny when you said
Yeah.
that. I was just started putting all that together. Like, oh, that'd be kind of a dig. Like, yeah, I mean, it's
And,
available for PlayStation guys. Go spend that
and
money
then,
if you want. But you can
and
come
then
over here and do the Game Pass if
it'll
you
be
want.
even deeper of a dig if Microsoft still only charges $60. So here you have Sony charging $70
Right.
for their new games, and then you got an Xbox published game on Sony, and they're like, just $60, and that's it, guys.
Man, listen, you know what? Yeah, see, it's funny, man. I think we're unraveling the whole thing right now as we go along. That's crazy. I can see that too.
It'd be like a
Yeah.
big middle finger to Sony from Xbox.
I hate to
Man.
agree, but
It's
yeah.
like that. It's like that. Yeah, it's like that quote from 8 Mile, man. Where the dude's like, "F you, but have a nice day." Like, I could see that with Microsoft, man. They going into the rap battle like that. But that's good, kid. I didn't even think about all that, man. That's pretty good.
Absolutely. Star, you had something you were about to say?
Oh no, I'm good.
Oh, but
Mr. Microsoft, he been done.
oh god, I know.
No.
I know, I'm joking.
But Sony is okay for now because the next 3 Call of Duty games are contractually obligated to release on Sony platforms. So,
Is it
and
obligated that it has to be good?
well, I mean, if they continue with just having a mainline Call of Duty, they would probably want to make it good. But hey, if what BP said comes true and they do spinoffs, maybe these spinoffs could be trash just to get that contract out the way.
Yeah.
So
You never know, man.
Sony they'll be okay for the next at least couple of years, because remember they're skipping next year. There will be a Call of Duty next year.
Yeah, man. I mean, honestly, I hope this kind of also serves as a way for Sony to really kind of put their ego in check. Because I've been saying for a minute that they just have this inflated ego, man. Because like you said, the
Yeah.
exclusives to not just their own games, but like the exclusive modes and stuff for certain games, third-party games. And so,
Yeah.
like, like I said, if you continue that path, eventually, I mean, yeah, you're on top, but you're not always gonna be on top forever. Like, and one of the reasons
So
why is people just get so full of it, or people or corporations get full of themselves and they start sliding, and before you know it, they're over there like
Yeah.
crying.
And it's always about the money.
All right,
So
Sony, man,
yeah.
I love y'all, but y'all, you need that tough love. Hey
that's one way to put it.
man, don't turn this into something else, man. I know where your mind's going.
Yikes.
Anyways,
Yeah.
so with the recent, I think it's in beta or something, but Multiverses, the new Warner Brothers, uh, I'm gonna call it a Smash clone because to me
This
that's what it is.
We can all agree to
Uh,
that.
that recently is made available and really making the rounds via the internet, and basically the whole concept is that you take a bunch of Warner Brother properties. So you got DC with Superman and Batman, you got Game of Thrones with Arya Stark, you also got Adventure Time with Jake and Finn the dog, um, the Iron
James,
Giant,
I'm sure.
huh?
I said LeBron James, I'm sure somehow.
LeBron James, yep, he's in there.
Oh, he is
Shaq,
then. Okay, yeah,
yeah,
same.
yeah. LeBron James actually from Space Jam.
Okay. I was just
Uh,
didn't know that, but all right.
yeah, absolutely. I thought you. Wow. Yeah, he is legit in it. But
Okay,
yeah,
well there you go.
uh, they take all these different characters from different universes and put them in this pretty much Smash game, Super Smash Brothers style game. And so I just kind of wanted to pose the question to you what would you guys like to see in some kind of crossover video game universe? Properties. It could be from media, it could be from other video games, but what would you like to see just kind of come together and be its own new, different game?
Can I just first talk about that game for a second?
All right, yeah, go ahead.
Rant time,
Now,
let's go.
I don't mind clones because everybody can inspire somebody else. So it's like even music is only a progression of someone else's original thought. So the clone is fine.
All
But
right.
why did they do this art style? It doesn't feel like a fighter game. It doesn't have it. It's too clean and polished. It doesn't feel like a grimy game for fighting. It feels flat. I don't know how to explain it. I'm not sure if y'all have the same reaction when you look at the actual graphics of the game.
I mean, it didn't seem too far from other like typical kind of fighters, like like the Smash Bros. And what was the other one that
If you
PlayStation
can,
had,
if you
the
compare
PlayStation All Stars?
if you compare
Yeah.
Smash and even All Stars, if you compare those two games to the art style they went with this one, it's too bright and too. I don't know. It's just me. It could be just an aesthetic that's weird for me to see for a fighter game. So
I mean, that's a hard one, man. I mean, because fighter games tend to go through the motions of changes to art form and stuff. So I
yeah,
mean, I guess it all kind of comes down to like the gameplay and how it feels and how it reacts. I mean, but I mean, look, I'm pretty sure other people out there maybe feel the same way. They're probably thinking the same thing. Like, it does look a little off. It does look a little, like you said, bright.
I
So
will agree
and
with
maybe
you.
they might
It is
adjust it.
definitely,
Who knows?
it is definitely very colorful and vivid and bright and everything.
Yeah.
But I will say it could be maybe a little difficult because you have whenever you do a crossover type of event, because you have not only like real world shows that they will pull from like Game of Thrones and Space Jam with LeBron James,
Yeah, different properties,
but
right? Yeah.
then you got like Adventure Time, and then you got DC and the Iron Giant, which is a movie from years and years ago. So I mean, I think they did kind of the best with what they could do, but it definitely does look very colorful and cartoony, I guess.
yeah, and again, I'm not knocking the game. It's a clone. It looks just like Smash Brothers. And if I play that game, I should be able to play any of those games. But it
But
just doesn't feel I like just visually doesn't feel like a great direction to go for the art style. But like you said, different properties, you gotta make them blend somehow. But it's just too bright. I don't know.
The star you
But yeah, but back to the questions though. I'm sorry
Yeah.
for that
Well,
tangent.
well, I'm curious what Kid was gonna say real quick. What were you gonna ask him?
Yeah, well, I was just going to say, you brought up a good point with PlayStation. What was it, All Stars Brawl or whatever?
Yeah.
I think All Stars Battle Royale, something like that.
Oh,
Something,
maybe
yeah.
Battle Royale. Yeah.
That's definitely something I would like to see, an updated one from Sony, a sequel to that, especially now that they have so many more characters um and properties that they can kind of bring into it, and just to see a more updated version, because that first one wasn't really the best. So I wouldn't mind seeing like a new one from them,
Yeah.
I actually like that game, man. I can
They
never
did.
understand the hate for it, but I guess I kind of always thought maybe just because of the fact that it just was so. It was definitely like a carbon. I guess felt like a carbon copy of the Smash Brothers, and I guess that's why people were just like hating on it. But I don't know. I never understood that. I was like, it's a pretty cool game. I wouldn't spend like forever playing it now. Don't get me wrong, but that's like any other fighter. It's like I'll play it for a little bit. I'm like, all right, I'm cool.
Yeah, I get that.
So, but anyway, that's
All right, so
so.
what will be one of our dream games of a smash, like a smash up of between two of our favorite games? That
Right.
makes sense.
Did you want to start off?
Either.
Yeah, I would say, Kid, I think you should start off, right?
Oh man.
Oh, it don't matter.
All
I mean, I can. It don't matter.
So, and this is kind of cheating, kind of not, but one thing that really kind of came to mind for me was my favorite game of all time is Kingdom Hearts. And that's kind of the whole concept of Kingdom Hearts is you visit and go to these other worlds. Now, it is limited to the whole Disney properties and stuff like that. But honestly, if it was the dream world for me, I would love to have Kingdom Hearts 4 or 5, whichever, visit other game franchises and stuff like that outside of Disney. So
What would be the first one?
oh man, the first one?
On the spot.
Ooh, Persona 5.
I knew it somehow. I knew it.
That would make sense. That would make sense.
Dope. Like I would just love to see just Sora and the gang just like go to just different properties. Like it just sounds so freaking fun, man. Like Disney is cool, and I definitely like a lot of their worlds. But just being able to go outside of that and just really mix up with other characters, I think that could be pretty interesting. Or like Xenoblade, with the sword characters and stuff like that. Like that would be nice. I don't know. It's just I think that'd be nice.
All right. Well,
Too bad,
hopefully if they do decide to make that a reality, that they would be able to add you to the credits somewhere. I think you'll be the first one to ever say it.
Hey, there you go. There you go. Yeah, that wouldn't be too bad.
What
Got it
about
down
you,
on the
BP?
So for me, I don't know if it's gonna be as intuitive as kids there, but I was thinking like kind of a Halo and Destiny blend, because I just thought it'd be pretty fascinating for those two worlds to meet. I mean, they're not just because they kind of both were original properties of or
Bungie.
our original properties of Bungie, but just because like they span over like galaxies, or like I would say different parts of the universe. So like, how cool would it be for those two worlds to come together? Master Chief kind of pop in and have to, collaborate with, the Guardians from Destiny. So I don't know. I just thought that'd be a pretty cool concept.
That would be dope.
I think that should be not saying that anybody would ever steal ideas in this world, because no, this is an honest world we live in. But that to me sounds like one of the best stories that could be told if they can ever work out the contracts.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's a big thing.
That sounds amazing.
Plus, I would imagine there would need to be some tweaking to like both of the worlds coming together. Because obviously, I think, because don't get me wrong, Master Chief is that dude. He's pretty powerful and stuff. But I mean, the Guardians got the light and all these different fantastical powers and
oh yeah, man,
all these abilities.
Just go Dragon Ball, man. Just go Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
But wait a minute. What if Master Chief got powers from the Traveler?
Traveler or the Ghost?
Okay. He
Interesting.
probably would
Yeah.
be he probably would be worthy of that, huh?
What if he got his own ghost and then had his own powers and stuff like that? That would be sick.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, okay.
don't he technically already have a ghost in Halo? What's the katana? What's the
Cortana.
Yeah, there you go. That's his
I
ghost
Yeah,
right
but I
mean,
there.
mean,
honestly, it's kind of a ghost in the machine, so
kind
I
of.
think you're
Just
too
doesn't
wrong
give him
about that.
supernatural powers.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah. But yeah,
that's true.
that's a pretty cool idea, man.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just thought it'd be just cool to do, to see how that turns out. But like I
Yeah,
said, I
man.
know a lot of logistics would need to be worked out, but I think it could work.
Yeah, I mean, you take two of the best first-person shooters ever, and combine them together, and I think that could be
Well,
a super fun game.
two of the best shooters ever won't go to those two games. Not quite, because you still got 007 and Doom.
Well, I
Yeah,
said
Well,
I mean,
two
like,
of
I
the
was gonna
even
best.
say
Quake.
like,
I mean, it's like,
well, I was gonna say like he's on to something with Halo, Destiny. I don't know if everybody would feel that same way about Destiny.
I mean, pure gameplay, like first-person shooting, just action gameplay. I think
Right.
it's one of the best. Now, yeah,
Yeah.
it does fall short. It's a lot of other aspects, but I think if you just sliced out that gameplay, it's one of the best parts too, and why I love playing Destiny 1 and Destiny 2, just because they Bungie is extremely good at one thing, and that is gameplay.
The
Their
mechanics of it,
games,
yeah.
their games are so fun to play.
But you brought up something interesting, like kid. Maybe that's could be the situation where not only do they merge the worlds, but they make it more of a focus on like Master Chief's kind of side of the world. Just because there's a lot more lore and story interest that people have with Halo as opposed to Destiny. So I think that could be a perfect way. Yeah, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, that is. Yeah, we should definitely. I'm not we because it's more your idea, BP. But you should work out some type of I don't know, portfolio that outlines this idea and try to talk to these companies and see what happens.
yeah, man, I wouldn't mind making some fan fiction on it.
Yeah, man. Well,
Get some time to do it.
Fiction.
that's
Oh my
that
god!
can
Please
work
don't say
towards
that.
OnlyFans.
I was
What,
about to
man?
say,
Hold
please
on.
don't say that. Why would you call it
What?
fan fiction?
What's wrong with
Hey,
fan
you
fiction?
know
That's
we
what.
Do
know
you
Wait,
where
that's.
not
fan
know what
fiction
people do with
goes.
fan fiction?
I mean, yeah, you have that, but you have people out there who do fan fiction without that kind of stuff. So,
Nah.
dang, has
Nowadays,
times
you
changed that
say,
bad? I mean, have times
yeah,
changed that much?
yes. Nowadays, if
God,
you
I'm
say
old, man.
fan fiction, people think you're making porn of it.
Oh my God, man! All right, Jesus. Okay, yeah, I've been out of the
Yeah.
game for too long, man. I don't know what's happening anymore.
Go to Google and look up Overwatch fan fiction and let
Oh
me know what you
Oh
find.
my
Yeah.
gosh.
Let me know what you
Overwatch.
find on that subject.
Man, listen, you got me there. I can't even type Overwatch in without seeing some stuff, man. I'm like, dang, I
Yeah.
just typed in Overwatch. Hey, where did all this stuff come from? But you're right.
Oh, man.
Gotta put those filters on your browser.
Hey, that
man.
Widowmaker though, she a baddie. I'm sorry.
Hey.
Put it out there.
Yeah, I'm sure the internet thinks so too. Should have seen a lot of fan fiction about her.
Oh man, let me stop.
All right, Star. What about you? What would your ideal crossover be?
Hey, we already talked about this too. I actually picked two games that I feel like they could fit well as a one game unit, and that's what was it, Def Jam, Fight for New York, and this the whole Street Fighter franchise. Just being the fact that both games are based on fighters and mainly street brawling, so they got to try to merge the art styles so they can kind of blend together for both sides of the fighters. But no, I just feel like that would be a cool game. Like just
Well, wouldn't be too
somehow,
bad.
yeah, somehow give the rappers some form of chi power or key power so they can throw fireballs too or something. But just do something. Whoever listening, we need Def Jam back somehow. Just bring them back somehow.
It could be pretty
Bring me
dope
back.
to merge that and have like, especially if some of those artists can do some songs specifically for those like fight
Yeah,
scenes.
man.
Man, yeah, that would be live, man. I would definitely
Some
be down for
Missy
that.
Elliott out there fighting. I mean, come on.
What? Yeah,
Hey,
that could be
man.
pretty dope.
There are some missed opportunities when it comes to games. Like there's games that if they can think outside the box, they can create entire new genres of things. But they like to do cookie cutters and go safe. And then games like
Yeah,
Stray comes out and it blows it out of the water. So yeah, sometimes it's best to
yeah,
think outside the box.
Yeah,
absolutely.
man. I think that would be great, man. Because like I said, I mean, you teamed up Street Fighter with various other, entities. So I mean,
Oh
I
yeah.
say various. I only can think of two, honestly. But it's just the point is
There's
that
there's
it can
couple there's more
happen.
than two.
Oh, I thought so, but I mean, I only know two of my mind just now, so I didn't want to say that. And y'all call me on it. Like various, what you mean? King of
Hey man.
Fighters.
I'm
Nice,
I'm
nice.
just saying they put Travis Scott in Fortnite. This put Travis Scott in Def
Oh
Jam or something. Like
man.
just get these rappers and stuff into
But I mean,
these fighting games,
everybody's in
man.
Fortnite. They just added John Cena to Fortnite.
Uh
I saw that. I thought I saw that. I was like, oh
Yeah, I
man,
mean, everybody's in Fortnite at this point.
very much,
yeah.
very much. So yeah, but I mean, hey, all the more reason why it could happen. Star, you talk about ours being a good idea. I think you should reach out to some people about that, man.
Yeah, man. We'll see. We'll see.
Hey, you know what
Well,
should do too? Throw in some of that classic Wu-Tang fighting game in there too.
That needs to happen. Yeah. Yeah.
I know a lot of people probably out there are like, what?
They
But
don't
look,
they're
all I can
not
tell you
gonna
is just
remember that
Google it.
game.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
that
saying. It's gonna be the same thing with Tenchu all over again, where I say it and it's like,
Tenshu.
what?
Yeah, what is that?
Yeah.
Yeah. You said it was a PS1 game, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Same thing
yeah.
with the Wu-Tang game, man. I mean,
I thought it was PS2.
I believe it was PS1 because I remember it came out for a very short time before it got banned for being too quote unquote gory, which it's like okay. It
I mean, long time ago.
I'm gonna have to
was a
research
long
that
time ago,
because I didn't
kid.
know it got
Thanks for
banned.
pointing that
That's
out.
crazy.
I didn't mean it like that.
It's all right, man. It's fine. I get it. So, but yeah, but that's a good. That Star. That's dope. That's really dope, man.
Yeah, it was on the PS1, and that game, if you can find the collectible of that game, you can probably sell it for about $600.
I wouldn't doubt it, man. You know how hard that game is really hard to find from last time I checked.
All right, well, cool.
Uh,
Well,
We should
moving
get kid
on.
on that.
No, I'll wait for the re-release or remaster
Yeah,
or
kid's not
remake.
gonna he's not gonna play a PS1 game. I don't think anyone should play a PS1 game anymore.
That's not a mess up, Cap.
I
This
mean,
looks-
the graphics is just horrible. I'm sorry.
Hey man, you won't say that about the Nintendo 64 though, I bet.
Of course not, because those graphics were amazing. I mean, you got some muddy, foreground imagery going on with the game. It's kind of dark at times, but those are some amazing graphics.
Yeah. I
I
just
mean,
found
I'm just saying that from that time period, I remember it was the PS2 that broke all ground. Like I remember walking past, I think it was a Best Buy, and they had the TV display displaying this football game, and I thought this was an actual football game playing a live action football game. I went into the store because I thought I was interested in the TV. Found out that was a PlayStation game playing on a TV. I'm like, whoa! I've never seen graphics like this in my life. So it was the PS2 that made me like almost jump ship from Nintendo for a second. Like it was wow, like this is amazing.
that's pretty serious for you to say that. Okay.
Yeah,
Look at the graphics now, especially with Unreal Engine 5, man. You honestly can't tell the difference between what's real and what's a video game.
No, you can't.
Oh
No.
man, jeez, man. Like, yeah, that oh, God, I can't say how beautiful that looks.
Yeah, just keep in mind, we're in the early days of Unreal Engine 5. Just imagine like 2-3
Right.
years and they really get an idea of how to work with it and get their hands on it, man.
Jeez,
You-
man.
Boy.
We might see them try a lot with pushing the system with the GTA 6.
Well, it'll be out in like 30 years, so yeah.
Perfect, right? Perfect time for it, right? So yeah, that would be pretty dope if they were using that engine for it, man. I can only imagine.
Yeah.
It would be. But all right. Anything else I want to add to that?
Oh no, man. It's
Uh,
getting late.
no, I mean I know we had another thing to talk about, but that was a quick thing, right? Where you
Oh, shit.
mentioned Star about the Oxford thing, the studies,
Oh
the game
no,
studies.
we can hold on to that.
This man
You
said,
know, hey,
nah.
he totally said, "No, I'm cool on that. I'm cool
Nah.
on that."
He brought. Okay, all right. So
Now
are y'all ready? Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I was gonna tell Star. Our mutual buddy, man. He's gonna pick on you about that one, man.
Oh, I mean, he understands why I'm trying not to do the show or do that part of the show tonight. It's getting late, so he appreciate that. I'm looking out for the team.
Okay. All right, we shall see. Outriders. So, my bad, kid. What were you gonna say?
No, you're fine. So, are y'all ready to open up your wallets?
In what way? Receiving money or giving out money?
No,
That's
give
a
them money.
good question.
No, I'm not ready to open my wallet.
Well, let's see where this goes, kid. Humor us. Where's this going?
There's a Diablo Immortal player. Remember that game? Homeboy or homegirl has spent over $100,000 on the game, and he literally can't find anybody to go against because he spent so much money. So, guys, shouldn't we band together to spend money so we can help him out, so we can go against them, right? Right?
Now, it's not that he spent
Yeah.
the money. He spent the money and built his character so quickly that he was outbeating most of anybody else that was trying to rank up the same level he was ranking up. So he left everybody in the dust so fast that he has to wait until people catch up. Unfortunately,
He might
he broke the game that way by doing that, but he
he might
proves
be
a
waiting
point.
a long time if people choose to not spend money because what was it? And this might be wrong or outdated at this point, but I remember they were throwing around it would take you about 10 years to get to that point if you didn't spend any money.
By the
So
estimations, that's correct.
yeah, so he might have to wait about 10 years,
Yeah.
for the free players to catch up to him.
I would say that's for the free players, but you do know there's people out there that heard this $100,000. They're now looking at their bank accounts, going, "I need to be where he's at." I'm serious. There's gonna be people out there going to try doing it.
Yeah, I mean, it's wild, man. The very meaning of pay to win, though. So that's what comes with it.
Yeah, and BP, I think you were mentioning this before the show, but it kind of sucks because on one hand it's pay to win, but then on the other hand it's like, is he even winning because he can't find anybody to play against?
That's exactly right. Yeah,
So
yeah. And I mean, that's
I guess you can't lose if you don't have an opponent. So I guess it is winning. I don't know.
well, I mean, it's just, unfortunately, that's the drawback. You get
Yeah.
so much in your head to want to win everything, and don't get me wrong, we all like winning at things, but there's a such thing as just going too far with it, man. And we're just winning all the time, and nobody else can be up in that level. It's like nobody's gonna care, or nobody's gonna want to hang around, or have any dealings with it. So it's like, you know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I was
Yeah,
kind of mentioning this before the show. I feel like Activision Blizzard would take the approach of blaming the players and saying, well, it's not our fault that other people aren't at that level yet. Maybe more people should spend money to get to catch up to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll find a like slick way of saying it.
Oh yeah.
They,
Yeah,
they,
Might
they
put
won't
some
say
bad.
that
They might put
exact
some bad
way.
tweet out there. No, they won't say that exact way, but they'll put like a bad tweet out there that they think is clever or cute or trendy, and
Oh
then they'll
yeah.
get backlash for it. I'm looking at you, EA.
Yeah.
Yeah, they love doing that.
I can't imagine what they would try to say to try to make this seem positive, because there's no way in the world that they can, especially with the current economy that people are going through and experiencing their own financial issues. How would
Mhm.
you justify making these games so expensive for people to pretty much get to enjoy most of all the content? Like, you're blocking so much of the content for up to 10 years for people who want to try to, enjoy the game if they don't spend the money. I just think this is criminal. Like, this is completely criminal behavior, and someone
Yeah.
should do something about this.
And just
Yeah,
for somebody to have to spend $100,000 for a
And
video game.
And you know what he does for a
Well,
living? He streams his games. I mean, he has a pretty
right.
decent channel size, so he
Got you,
has
got you.
the revenue to probably invest in that purpose because he can create a character that he can then use for his channel. I can understand that. More for him, that was more maybe an investment, but now he turned into an even better story because by doing what he did, you can show how broken the system is when it comes to this pay to win, pay to play type mechanic.
So, there was a saying that one of my favorite rap artists used to put out there, Nori. He would always say, you break the law, break it. I don't care. But when you get caught, remember that I don't care. And that's kind
Yeah,
of like my stance on it. Like, because I'm one of those people who are like, look, I believe you should be able to do whatever you want with your own money, right? I mean, as crazy
Yeah,
as a lot of us can look at it and say, yeah, that's pretty wild. You spend that much money on a video game. If you got it like that, you want to spend it, that's fine. But at the same time, you can't when if you're out here crying about like, well, I don't even want to say crying, but if you're just like I guess if you're trying to look for like some kind of sympathy or yeah, it's lonely and nobody, I'm not able to matchmake with nobody. Like I just spent all this money essentially for nothing because I'm not able to really go against anybody now. It's like, well, I mean, what did you expect?
yeah.
It's like you had the option to do it, you did it, and now you're finding out that yeah, not everybody's gonna do that. Not everybody's gonna pay that money to get to that level. So yeah.
that's a
So
valid point
congratulations, enjoy that throne to yourself.
because you know what the counter argument would be if the game did pay them against other people that weren't up to snuff with them, he would just complain that, or, the people could complain that, oh, it's too easy. Nobody's it's not a fair competition anymore. It's like, well, what do you expect? It was a pay to win game, and you spent
He
Right.
a
he never
ridiculous amount
cared,
of
but
money.
so he never cared for a fair game because if you look at his entire career path, he's been OP from day one. So he never cared to play against anybody that can be comparable. He just wanted to win.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's just crazy, man. Like it kind of reminds me of and I'm hoping I'm remembering this right, but I think it was like when Uncharted, I want to say it was Uncharted 3 that was coming out and it was, doing this multiplayer or whatever. And what happened was they did like an early release for certain people who pre-ordered it. And I remember when the game originally, like when the multiplayer finally came out, like for the full public, you would go against cats that had already pre-ordered it and they'd be in like the levels of like 60, 70, level 80. And they would
Yeah,
get mad at the players that were just coming in quitting. And it's like, well, yeah, what do
Mm,
you expect? You got everything. So it's like, they're not going to want it. Because I was one of those people that went in there and I played and I was like, well, I didn't quit, but I was just like, I mean, this is no fun. I'm not coming back in here.
no.
It's because there's such a head start, It's like, well, you got to get good and play. I was like, yeah, but you're at 80. You've already, and it's like, and that's the other thing too that would trip me out is some of them were getting mad. Like, well, you should have pre-ordered it. And it's just like, okay,
Wow.
like
That's
I wasn't even sure I
yeah.
was gonna like this game. Like why am I gonna pre-order this and end up not like like it's just
That
so it was just one of
rationale
those things that always
though,
made me
that's
laugh.
yeah, that's crazy that they would think that pre-order the game, get it early, and grind quickly through paying for stuff. I feel like the purpose of gaming to me isn't to sit back and feel like you are working as if you need to also get a paycheck. Like the games right now, the amount of time they want you to put in these games when you have other responsibilities, there it seems like they know exactly what they're doing. Like they're saying, we know you don't have enough time of the day to play this game. So we will give you a chance to use your hard-earned money to spend it to at least have this idea of playing the game by getting
yeah,
your character like leveled up with no actual experience at all, with not enough experience to warrant the level. So it's
yeah.
almost like they're playing this mind game with us. Like we
Oh,
know you
oh,
can
they
spend the
are.
money. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
fully
And
exploitation. I
I
mean,
yeah, I hate that about like a lot of modern video games is that they I think Jim Sterling has said this a lot, so all credit to him, but uh they they create a problem and then they sell you the solution and it's like,
oh yeah,
no, I don't want to buy
Hmm.
your XP boost. I don't want to buy your gold boost. Just fix the rate. Just turn that number from 1 to 10 like it was originally. Like I don't know. I think BP. I talked to you about this, but my frustration with the Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Uh, I got back into it a couple years ago, and it's a really fun game. Beautiful open world. The combat's fun. Story was really really interesting, and I was having a blast with it. But then I got to the point where continue the main story, it was like 2, 3, 4 levels higher than my level. And, because it's an RPG, it's a level-based game. If, enemies could like 1 or 2 shot me, and I had to spend like 20 minutes on one enemy before I could take them down, so it's like either you have to go grind and do all these side quests and spend all this time doing other things to level up, or here's a shop, here's an EXP boost, here's a gold boost, just $20.
Yeah. It is messed up, man. It is really messed up. Like that they just use that whole exploitation to their advantage to do that.
Criminal.
So
something.
Yeah, I remember you talking about that, and it was because I could tell how annoyed you were with that, and I was with you on that. And I was like, that's ridiculous.
I almost broke down and bought it. That's how bad it was.
That's what I'm saying.
I wanted to play it, but I did find a little loophole.
Well, there you go.
I turned the game on easy.
Man,
yeah,
gotta work the system, man. Sometimes it just gotta be like that.
Much better time, because then
think smart,
an
not
enemy
hard.
Exactly, because then that enemy that was able to 1 or 2 shot me, it took a lot more hits for him to kill me, and they had a lot less health, than they did.
You was really feeling yourself then.
Yeah, I like to go back and correct myself. It's work smart, not hard. I'm sorry, people. I'm tired, but
dang.
Well, it's okay. I didn't even catch it, but that's.
I didn't either.
Since you volunteered,
someone who listens is gonna catch it. They're like, "Who is this idiot?"
They definitely gonna catch it now. That's for sure, buddy. Dang.
So,
but I in all honesty though, I really hope it probably will, but I really hope more people don't continue to drop big amounts of money on the game as well. Because in all honesty, Activision Blizzard is just loving it, and they want this to keep happening. And not only that, it's going to show them that doing this is successful, and they're going to keep doing it. And then you're going to have Overwatch mobile, a World of Warcraft mobile, a StarCraft mobile. Like it just, oh man, stop.
Yeah, and I hope I'm kind of citing this correct, because I think Young said it, or he put it in his latest video about this, where he was essentially saying that that they can literally just kind of market it off to like the minority players that are whales, that have all that money and spend that much money, and they earn that whatever, like 100 million that they get from that free to play experience. So and that's just the sad part about it, is that I think he said it was like you take like 1,000 of those players, those specific players that have those like unlimited funds or seemingly unlimited funds that can spend that money, and it's like it's no longer about the majority of the player base, right? It's just about those people who are willing to go out of their way to spend that much money on it to feel powerful or just get that status or whatever they're trying to do. And I don't know, there's something about that stuck with me really deep, because it's like, that's a good point. So even though you may have the backlash of majority of players out there like, well, we're done with this, or don't play this, or spending that spread that message, they don't care, because they're like, look, we still got our select few people here that are gonna drop like millions stacks on it. Yeah. So we're gonna get our millions regardless. So y'all do what y'all want. And I think that's another just sad precedent that's being set.
Absolutely. And one of the last things I want to kind of say about it is I just want people to also remember that, sure, some of these people, they might have that disposable income. Yeah, maybe this guy, maybe he makes so much money, he makes all that money that $100K to him is nothing. It's chump change. But to a lot of people that spend a lot of money on these mobile games and these games like this, they don't have money like that. They're not rich, wealthy people that just have thousands upon thousands of money to blow, but they are pretty much attacked by these companies. They take advantage. These companies take advantage of people, of these addictive personalities and the problems that people have, and they exploit it to their advantage. And I just want people to keep that in mind, that don't think that, oh, he spent 100,000 but he has millions in his bank account, he's good. I mean, some of these people might be people who don't have it like that, and it's just it's sad, and
it's like gambling.
Yeah, it is.
It's an addiction
you're right.
to them.
You're right.
Yeah.
But capitalism, am I right?
This is America, man.
Yeah, but dare we say that and get a bunch of hate about it? Like, go to another country. Don't talk about America.
Oh
So,
man.
but yeah, that was cool. That was cool. I think we got everything out that we needed, right?
Yeah,
I
especially
agree.
since
Yeah.
Star, just doesn't want to talk about his topic at all.
Exactly. He was just like, you know what? Nope.
Say
I'm
I
nope,
good.
didn't want
I'm
to. I didn't
good.
want to take away. I didn't want to take away from some better topics we have for the show.
See what you're doing. You're trying to
All
okay.
right, all right. Even though you suggested the topic, but all right, it's all good.
We're just keeping it
Sounds
tough for
good.
next time. That's fine.
Time management, people. Time management.
Time management. There it is.
Oh man. All right. Well, I think that was a pretty good one.
Yeah, I think so. I
Yeah.
think so.
Well, go
So,
ahead and send us out.
cool.
Yeah, I was wondering if Kid was gonna. Well, I guess technically he did sort of just now. I
Oh,
guess.
that was it.
Well,
Okay.
well,
I guess in a way. So
I usually say, all
yeah,
right, yeah, I'd like to thank y'all for listening to us ramble for a little bit about some, crazy video game topics, but we always appreciate it.
yeah. And I usually chime in and just say, hey, let us know your thoughts. Like, do you agree or disagree with everything said? I mean, are we outlandish? Do you want us to, like Star said, start an OnlyFans? Like, what?
Oh
Let us know
God.
what's happening.
Oh man, don't let us know about that at all. No.
Yeah, no, please don't. Yeah, no.
It might.
All jokes, all jokes. But I know, right? That's the scary thing. Because then there's the pressure. It's like, oh crap, man, we got like several hundred people saying yeah. It's like, ooh,
Wait,
what do
we
we do
get
now?
several hundred people. I want to make sure they know to donate that several hundred each dollars. I mean,
Oh,
what happened if you
I was
get
gonna
that
say,
number?
if any of these people say yes to the poll, they better be subscribing to the OnlyFans. That's all I'm saying. If you say yes, you better prepare to subscribe.
right. I hear you. Don't have us get on there and don't back it up, right? Yeah,
Oh,
I got you.
exactly.
because
I
I'm gonna
got
throw
you.
a fit. Let's believe that.
Oh,
I can see that man making a TikTok about it too.
Oh yeah.
It's like I started this OnlyFans, right? And y'all ain't coming through.
I'm gonna remind y'all every episode before we even start the episode.
Right.
Y'all know the drill. www.onlyfans
Y'all know what to
/gamer credits.
do.
Oh,
Go hit
man.
that subscribe button.
Oh gosh.
Leave some tips and donations.
Hey, you know a
Y'all
little bit
wanted
too
it.
many details that I haven't even researched yet. So,
Huh?
yeah, we may have to discuss
You about
this
to
after the recording because, yeah, they
What
know
now?
there's some tips and things. Yeah,
What you
no,
talking
Oh
about?
my god.
I'm
nothing,
just talking about.
What is
There's
happening right now?
there's tips, huh?
yeah. All right, everybody. Just want to say we want to make sure you stay safe out there, and we love you,
Yep.
and thank you for listening.
Awesome. Awesome, Star. And on that last note, we're gonna take a little bit of a break, guys. We're just gonna handle some things behind the scene. Don't worry, we're coming back. It ain't gonna be no exodus of like a year or something like last time from last season. But we want to just want to take this time to kind of look at some things and look at ways to improve. And in the meantime, like I said, just leave us thoughts. Give us some feedback and let us know what we can what we can do, what's working, what you don't think is working. Just let us know. We're curious. But we'll take all that in as we're kind of like reassessing and doing some things behind the scenes. So hopefully we'll come back bigger and better or stronger, however you want to put it, for the next season. Hopefully some new things will be cooked up. So can't wait to come back and check out then. So
Absolutely.
Peace.
all
Let's
right,
get
y'all.
it.
Be easy. Yep.
And what's the deal, yo?
No.
He's still recording, but okay.